No. Hi everyone and welcome to FOOTYplus, powered by the Adelaide Crows. I'm Amos Gill and we're here at the home of the West End Redbacks. We've got another busy episode of all things South Australian sport, so let's get into it. Yes. Coming up in this episode, we meet the unsung hero at the Adelaide Football Club.
My best mates in my life is I love tech.
And find out how well the West End Redbacks really know their cricket.
The laws of cricket were actually etched by Zeus.
We all know that South Australia is the home of some of the best sporting talent in the nation. Anyone who saw me ice skate on the last episode would know that's obviously the case. And this year's 2018 AFL draft is set to showcase a number of our future stars. We caught up with South Australian under-18 coach Tony Bamford to find out how his team is preparing these young footballers for their time in the spotlight.
They're already calling it the Golden Generation. South Australia's teenage elite, capturing the imagination at the Under-18 Championships and certain to dominate a 2018 draft that's being compared with the famous 2001 class, which spawned Chris Judd, Gary Ablett, Luke Hodge and Jimmy Bartell.
Essentially, it's due to great work done at Sandford clubs. We have 8 fantastic talent pathways at 8 different clubs in our state.
Nationally, the talent's quite strong at the top end this year. That high-end talent is very exciting, so it's good to see them performing well.
Woodville West Torrens' Jack Lukosius could be the first name off the board. West Adelaide forward Isaac Rankin won't be far away.
Carry. Now kick now.
While Central's Jackson Haitley and North's Connor Rosie are also likely to go in the first round.
You'll be amazed at how many people, how many sets of eyes have been watching these guys probably for 12 months now.
That spotlight brings suffocating pressure on young men, and managing it has become a priority for Bamford and his team, which includes welfare and leadership development experts.
Develop them as people as well as players, and just to build some resilience skills and being able to cope with setbacks. It's a big part of what these guys are going through, and it's really important these guys just don't focus on football. They have to do well at school. We try and provide some balance for these guys away from football. And in my experiences, when players have a good balance away from footy, they generally play better anyway. It is hard. Obviously, it's a year 12 year for a lot of those kids, and they've got a lot of voices, whether that being their school or their club or the state system. So they try to balance that as young men, but that's all part of the challenge and what we look for in young individuals, and I guess it's part of their resilience.
Beyond the more hyped players, Bamford also highlighted the rapid development of Central's Jez McClellan, Norwood's Jacob Kennelly and South's Hayden Sampson, son of former Crow Clay. Plenty of jewels to be discovered, and all well prepared for the excitement and challenges of the future.
Talented young people with their futures ahead of them. They make me feel so inadequate. But it's an exciting group of young footballers that were also mentored by injured Crows defender and all-round good guy Brodie Smith, who was their defensive coach during the Under-18 Championships. Now, there's one person at the Adelaide Football Club that is extra special to the playing group. His name is Jacob Milbank, and over the past 8 years, he's become an irreplaceable part of the team.
This is the story of a charming young man.
My best mates in my life is I love tech, so he leads the team out.
His best friend and hero, and a special relationship with the Adelaide Crows that now spans 8 years.
Cambo, there's my mate. What are you doing? His transformation into a young man has been unbelievable, and one that I've really enjoyed being a part of. Jacob and I have been good mates for a long time, and he tells me he's the legend of the footy club, and if he wasn't here the footy club probably wouldn't turn, so from day, is that true?
Yeah.
Now 27, Jacob Milbank was first employed by the Adelaide Crows when then coach Neil Craig was an ambassador for Foundation 21, which supports people with Down syndrome. He hasn't looked back, now working 1 day a week in the office and 2 days on the training track.
Good stuff, bud. Make sure you keep lacing up the boys. He just brings an aura about him. The boys absolutely love him to death.
That camera over there you're talking about?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Filming me.
Alright, let's give him a thumbs up. Me and you, come on, ready?
Yeah.
Let's him up.
There's Eddie back.
Eddie back.
Jacob was initially so shy he couldn't walk into the same room as the players. Now he's famous for his motivational talks.
good training out there, good things at training, follow the skipper, right? When the new season start again, you have to with the full power, stuff them. Yeah! Yeah! Give it up the shorts area.
What do you want Sauce to do?
He's a good workman. He taps it.
Who do you want him to tap it to?
To the Crouch boys.
And who do the Crouch boys give it to?
The Crouch boys to kick it to Dougie, and
Dougie then kicks it to who?
Roy Laird, and
who does Roy Laird then kick it to?
Eddie Becks.
And then who?
And Day and...
What does that mean?
Yeah, and Walker as well. Yeah.
Beautiful.
But I tell you what, the mustache. Look at this. You get a hold of this. You like that?
Yeah.
That's good, brother.
Are you growing the moustache because I haven't? I'm not growing it?
He shaves it and...
Got rid of it.
Do you reckon your moustache is better than Texas?
I think so, yeah.
What, you think yours is?
Just joking around.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just...
What, you reckon your moustache? Oh, you're joking.
I'm just joking.
All right.
Hi everyone, I'm Josh Jenkins. Thanks to our proud partner Booper, I'm here to get to know some South Australian junior footballers. Alrighty, well I'm here with William. William, question number one, a pretty easy one. How old are you?
10 years old.
10 years old. And what do you love most about playing footy?
I get to kick goals and stop people from scoring and tackle people.
Bit of everything?
Yeah.
What position do you like playing the most?
I like playing defence so I can stop people from scoring goals.
Stop people like me?
Yeah, that's going to be hard.
And what do you do to stay fit and healthy, William?
I do lots of sports and I eat healthy foods.
Healthy foods, yeah. I like that. Well, thanks for having a chat with me. And on behalf of the Adelaide Football Club and Booper, I've got a special gift for you. Nice new footy.
Yay.
Shall we go and have a kick?
Yeah.
Let's go.
With the Sheffield Shield only a couple of months away, the West End Redbacks are back in the nets for another gruelling pre-season. Given they've had quite a lengthy holiday, we've decided to sit down with some of the players to put their cricket knowledge to the test. Someone shut that birder.
No idea. A metre.
154 centimetres.
71 centimetres.
27 inches.
28 inches.
What about when they're in the ground? Because there's a little point that doesn't stick out.
Maybe.
27 inches. Darren Lehman.
Darren Lehman.
That's Darren Lehman.
Darren Lehman.
Darren Lehman? Yeah, I've seen it on the honour board before.
The 1700s, no idea.
Well, actually, this is a little known fact, but the laws of cricket were actually etched by Zeus, I think, on the bottom of the Endeavour. So when they arrived in Australia, that's when Test cricket started.
History's not my strong suit. 1905. 1901. 1901.
So I remember seeing the highlights. 1849, I think.
I should know this.
1884.
Oh, it could go on forever, the conversation.
Jacques Kallis.
Jacques Kallis on stats, but my favourite player is AB de Villiers.
AB de Villiers current, but I reckon Jacques Kallis.
And probably say Sachin Tendulkar.
The rules of cricket. If only we brushed up on those before we played South Africa. Here's Belinda Sloane with our next story.
Many professional athletes have a hobby away from their chosen sport in order to help them disconnect from their day-to-day lives. And thanks to Harcourts, today I'm catching up with former Sydney Swan and Adelaide Crows reserves coach Ryan O'Keefe about his passion for cycling. Ryan, how are you going?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having a chat with me this afternoon.
No problem at all.
I see you're in your light cruise.
Yes.
So most of your life has been based around footy. When did this passion start for cycling?
Oh, I did when I was playing. A friend I went to school with, he came and lived with me and he was into it, so I went and bought a bike and That was about 15 years ago.
Wow.
And yeah, and when I was playing, I used to ride to training every day. And once I retired from playing footy, it sort of took off. I needed another outlet.
Ryan now rides about 550 kilometres per week and more than 27,000 Ks per year. He's never been one to do things by halves. In 286 games for Sydney, he kicked 261 goals, won 2 premierships and a Norm Smith medal. Ryan has always been renowned for his amazing fitness and tireless running, but it was his love of cycling that enticed him to Adelaide.
I've ridden in Europe and Asia and a fair bit around the world and around the country, and definitely it's probably one of the best cities to ride the bike, where you got the hills are so close, and then you got along the beach as well. So yeah, it's a perfect place for cycling.
So you love the hills, you love the beach. Your favourite ride here in South Australia, where would you say that is?
Oh, definitely the hills. Look, I think it doesn't matter where you go up there. You could ride every day for months, and you can do a different route, and it's something different, and it's always it's great. It's not too long, and you feel like you're a million miles away.
For me, my favourite ride would be the Clare Valley Riesling Trail.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
Stop off, grab a wine,
yeah,
keep going.
Definitely, that's actually done that. That's pretty good.
It's been a challenging second season as Crows Reserves coach, but cycling has helped Ryan keep things in perspective. I know someone that rides with you quite a bit, and he has said you are up there with it. If you wanted to, you could essentially do it for a living. Happy time again, footy or cycling?
Oh, no, look, footy was very good to me, and I loved it. I don't know, I probably could have lived in Europe and cycled around Europe for a living. It would have been nice, but I don't know. I'm very happy for the path I chose.
And the Crows are delighted to have him.
If you're in the market for a new car, check out this offer. Our major partner Toyota are offering all Crows members a $500 accessory voucher when you buy a new Toyota vehicle. Visit any Toyota dealer with your Crows membership card to claim this fantastic offer. And now to our social media review of the week.
The Boomers basketball brawl went viral this week, with Adelaide 36 and Nathan Sobey finding himself in the thick of the action. Remarkably, none of the Boomers were seriously injured, including Sobey, who was punched in the face and hit with a chair. And Thunderbirds vice-captain Chelsea Pittman has thrown her support behind outgoing coach Dan Ryan, following the news that his contract will not be renewed next season. Netball SA are expected to name a new coach before the Super Netball recruitment window opens for 2019. Make sure you keep up to date on all the latest Crows news and behind-the-scenes action on afc.com.au, as well as Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And this week on The Crows Show, we take a sneak peek at the club's next generation of potential father, son and daughter recruits. Tune into Channel 7 this Sunday at 11:30 a.m. with Mark Bickley and Alana Smith.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed the show. A massive thank you to the West End Redbacks for allowing us inside their training facility. Keep an eye out for us on Channel 7 and 7plus in the weeks ahead. Bye for now. All right, bring it down. Missed that line.